Do you feel like the world is spinning wildly out of control? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can't do enough or that I can't be enough places. And I'm not gonna lie, along the way, I've gotten really tired of rushing. I've gotten tired of reaching for things. So I've kind of started saying no, and maybe not out loud, but I'm really starting to choose peace over pressure. And I've found a very quiet kind of happiness. So I don't know, if you're tired of pressure, maybe you feel like you always have to be on. If you're feeling guilty for not doing enough, you're burnt out, overstimulated, maybe you're addicted to doing too much. And definitely, if you're the type of person that feels like rest needs to be earned instead of being a requirement, this video is definitely for you, because you don't need to be everywhere doing everything or chasing every trend to feel fulfilled or successful. In fact, I find that joy and creativity, and even like productivity can flourish with like simplicity and stillness and almost taking the time to intentionally disconnect. I don't know, like being able to discern what's good for you versus what you feel obligated to do is a superpower, because slow living and a soft life doesn't mean that you're not trying hard or that you don't care about things. It just means that maybe you're being more intentional with your time, with your effort, with your energy. And maybe being more careful about your time results in a higher quality outcome, which can be better for yourself and who you choose to interact with.
Hi, I'm Selene and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about JOMO. There was a time where I thought I had to do everything, be everywhere, say yes to everything in a world that never seems to stop, and you can't seem to catch your breath. I used to feel guilty when I missed things, but lately I've been falling in love with something different, something quieter, something slower. It's called JOMO, the joy of missing out, and it is changing my life. We've all heard of FOMO, fear of missing out, that little like pang of anxiety or ache in your chest that you feel guilty for not people pleasing and doing everything within your power to be everything and everywhere all at once. FOMO tells you that you're missing out in life. But JOMO reminds you that life is right here, right now. And for me, that joy of missing out feels like a deep exhale. It feels like peacefulness. It's that moment you realize that you don't need to be everywhere all at once. You can opt out of things, and that sometimes that stillness and that quiet is going to be what makes you feel most fulfilled in the end. Now, if you can get to a place where you can enjoy JOMO, it'll do a few things for you. For one, it's going to reduce your decision fatigue because you're not overstretched on a lot of tasks and a lot of obligations and responsibilities. Another thing is it is going to align with like slow living and a soft girl lifestyle. Who doesn't like that? It's also going to encourage mindfulness and creativity because you're allowing yourself the space and permission to slow down and be meditative within yourself. And it's also going to build like some resilience to that tragic comparison syndrome. Comparison is truly the thief of joy. Now, doing less does not mean that you're lazy. It means that you're choosing things with intention. If you think about it this way, in art, there's negative space so that the subject can breathe. With music, there's moments of pause to add drama for when the beat picks back up again. And in life, those little moments of like rest and solitude and silence re-energize you so that you can put yourself out there more for the people that you love and the experiences that you want to enjoy. If you have less input, you might have more clarity. If you have less clutter, you might feel less pressure. And I know that I definitely want more clarity, more time, more meaningful interactions. And sometimes the nicest thing that you can do is slow down and say no. You can stay home, light a candle, read a book, meditate, paint a picture nobody will ever see. Even this little video is an act of JOMO. I'm not overthinking it. I'm not over editing it. My dogs are stomping around here making a whole lot of noise. Every time I speak, my standard poodle is stomping his feet around, making very obnoxious noises. But that's okay. Because high quality doesn't necessarily mean high effort. I just need a camera and my cozy space, right? You don't need to overcomplicate things. Don't overcomplicate your life because it's going to give you freedom to be creative and do what you want to do. You don't need 10 different camera angles and a bunch of complicated shots. Sometimes just a little bit of honesty and conversation is like the low effort authenticity we need. So if you needed a sign, this is it. This is your permission to slow down, take a breath, and say no. You don't need to be everywhere, doing everything, fulfilling everybody else's expectations. Let yourself stay in, let yourself be at peace. And maybe doing less is what you need to actually feel more fulfilled. Thanks for being here and watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe so you stay up to date on what I'm doing and the next video coming out, and my obnoxious dogs. They're nasty kissies. I hope you have yourself a good day, and remember that peacefulness feels good. Bye.